I snuck into one of his classes a couple years ago. I believe it was a Ulysses class, taught by a nice Jewish woman. I actually heard the teacher say to Dennis, "Now, Dennis, there are 15 other people in this class. Let's give them all an opportunity to answer the question this time." And yes, the teacher was Anne Helene. Every other Thursday, Dennis is a docent at the Academy of Sciences. Him working at the Academy of Sciences has to be the worst thing that ever happened to our family minus Jack and Toby. We can't have a regular conversation with them anymore. If I have to hear the term cephalopod, didactic, or hear about Precambrian anaconda urine again, Dennis, you're not going to make it to 71. And if you get him started on evolution versus creationism, say goodbye to the next 2 hours of your life. The aforementioned is what the Jaffe family is dealing with on a daily basis. And unfortunately, you can't mute or fast forward a family member. Why couldn't he just stick with his original volunteer endeavor? Dennis used to talk about how much he really wanted to give back to the community and help the inner city kids from Marin City with their studies, help them get into college, get them off the streets.
It's true.
Instead, he just volunteered at a place with a $35 admission fee, $250 family membership, and the only thing inner city in the vicinity of the Academy would be the fine gentleman outside selling their $7 hot dogs.
It's great.
And the cockroaches on display on the subterranean level next to the starfish. Sea star.
Exactly.
There you go. We are now already halfway through the work week, and let's be clear, work is not happening. Let's briefly discuss Friday because I think we all know about Friday. No work on Friday. I believe Dennis misunderstood the Bible. God rested on Saturday, not Friday.
Jehovah's Witnesses on Friday.
Tuesdays and every other Thursday. Big days. Dennis drops into the office around 10:07 for his daily drop-off in the bathroom at 10:15. 18 minutes later, he reappears.
18 minutes.
Next up is a solid hour and a half of aimlessly wandering around the office, calling the employees the wrong names. Peppered with 15-minute spurts of playing the jumble word game on Zynga. Around 12:15, he buzzes me and asks me if I'm ready for lunch. By the time we get back from lunch, it's a little after 1:30, and it's home by 2:30. But let me tell you about that 1 hour from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. Dennis is a workhorse selling ice to Eskimos. There are two things I hear from his office. One, that's him coughing over and over again.
You gave me the damn call.
And it's not an elephant, that's him blowing his nose. And two, telling the same stories I've heard for years. Like, well, let's get hands up here. Hands up if you heard the story about when he went to France for a wedding. The song came on and Dennis had to let everyone know that this was his song, it belonged to him. And he couldn't let the French boys enjoy their own song. Yeah. Or here's the other one. How many people in this room have heard the story where he despised someone so much that he went to a funeral just to make sure this person was dead? And when the rabbi asked the wife to come up to say a few words, 2 women got out of their chairs. No doubt, he has great stories, and he tells them with such zeal every time. And that's why we're all here celebrating his 70th birthday. You all chose to fly to the middle of frickin' Arizona to spend a special day with him. And that means something. He's the most interesting man in the world.
Dos Equis, that was good.
Everyone steal my lines. Skip ahead. Dennis, I love you. I've never told you that before, and I'll never tell you that again.
Where's my tape?
But I just wanted to make you cry like a baby in front of your friends. Unlike your father, you are a great father, which is a difficult cycle to break, but you did it. Since age 12, you supported me in my endeavors on and off the tennis court, employed me, showed me how to write nasty emails to establishments that screw you over. You have flat out given me a great life. Looking at my mom right now, I can tell I'm not supposed to go into these things more deeply. My mom will only let me talk about work-related stuff. And I don't want her to quarantine me like she used to. And that's another story which I will tell next year at her 70th. Everyone grab your Dos Equis to the most interesting man alive.
Yeah.